Every YouTube guru out there is telling you the same thing. Get to 1,000 subscribers, hit 4,000 watch hours, get monetized, and start collecting your AdSense checks. But that's the most dangerous advice you could get right now, because it sounds like a good plan until YouTube decides to pull your monetization one random Tuesday, and you're sitting there with zero income and no backup. That's exactly what just happened to thousands of creators. And a lot of them were doing everything right. Even if you're based in the US, UK, or any other safe country, your channel is not safe. Nobody's channel is safe. So in this video, I'm gonna show you why YouTube is going on a demonetization spree, which niches are getting wiped out, and how to set up your channel so you're earning money from day one without needing YouTube's permission at all. Let me start with what's actually happening, because this is way bigger than most people realize. YouTube just took out 16 channels in a single sweep. Channels that had a combined 4.7 billion lifetime views and 35 million subscribers between them. We're talking about roughly $10 million a year in creator revenue, and it's all gone. These weren't garbage spam channels that deserved it. Sean Cannell over at Think Media broke down some of the cases from creators in his coaching community, and two of them really stuck with me. One was a Bible story channel with over 500,000 subscribers that was earning $30,000 a month. And the other was an exam prep channel making over $7,000 a month, helping people study for their real estate license. YouTube sent them both the same message: inauthentic and mass-produced content. And just like that, all their ad revenue was gone. And it's not just those channels. In the animation space, creators who have been doing original handcrafted work for years are getting caught in the same net. Dinomania has been making kaiju and dinosaur battle animations by hand since 2014, built up over 1 million subscribers, and got demonetized. Slick, a channel with over 870,000 subscribers, was also demonetized. Eddie FRB, a creator who makes original animated rap battles, also got hit. These are people who spend weeks and months on their content, and YouTube's AI moderation flagged them alongside actual AI slop because the system can't tell the difference between a human animator and someone who typed a prompt into a generator. So why is this happening? YouTube has 3 groups to keep happy: viewers, creators, and advertisers. The advertisers are putting pressure on YouTube because they don't want their brands showing up next to low-effort AI content. And the advertisers are the ones who bring the big money in, so who do you think YouTube is prioritizing? The big established creators are worried because AI tools are getting good enough to replicate their work at a fraction of the cost. And YouTube's answer was to roll out AI detection systems and start cleaning house niche by niche. They renamed repetitious content to inauthentic content in the partner program terms back in July 2025. And that label is vague on purpose. It lets them cast a wide net. The first wave hit AI story channels in late 2025, the easy targets that nobody would defend. Then it moved into 2D animation in early 2026. And that's where real creators started losing real income. Then Roblox channels that were using the game for scripted fictional stories got flagged too. And more niches are coming. YouTube's CEO said at the start of 2026 that cleaning up AI slop is a top priority. And they're clearly willing to sacrifice legitimate creators in the process of doing that.
Also focus on, the proliferation of low quality content, what some people refer to as AI slop.
And this is the part that a lot of people are getting wrong right now. The gurus are telling you to differentiate your content and add more human elements so you don't get flagged. And that's fine advice, but it doesn't address the real issue. The real issue is that if AdSense is your only income stream, YouTube can take all of it away whenever they want, and you've got no say in the matter. They don't need a good reason. They don't need to give you a warning, and they definitely don't care if you've got bills to pay. You could have the most original faceless channel on the entire platform and still get hit because YouTube's AI decided your niche looks too similar to stuff that could be automated. Here is the honest truth. Building a faceless affiliate channel through trial and error takes months I wish I had skipped. The Online Business Club by Dave Nick teaches the exact system: faceless channels, affiliate marketing, revenue per view, and it works whether you are in the US, UK, Canada, India, or anywhere else with Wi-Fi. Dave has built multiple faceless YouTube channels past 1 million subscribers each, 2 golden play buttons, without ever relying on AdSense as his primary income. Dave backs it with a 90-day money-back guarantee, Make $1,000 or get every dollar back. Link is in the description. So what do you actually do about it? You build affiliate revenue. And I'm gonna walk you through exactly how this works, because I'm not about to just tell you, put links in your description and act like that's helpful. Say you're running a faceless channel in the personal finance niche and you're reviewing budgeting apps. You sign up for the affiliate programs of 3 or 4 tools that your audience would actually use. Something like YNAB, which pays a flat commission for every subscriber you refer, or a brokerage platform like Webull that runs sign-up bonuses where both you and the viewer get rewarded. You mention the tool naturally in your video while you're explaining it. Something like, I've been using YNAB for 6 months now, and it's the only app that has helped me budget and invest consistently. I've linked it in the description if you want to check it out. And then in your description, you've got that trackable affiliate link sitting right there. The thing that makes this completely different from AdSense is that your affiliate links don't care about your subscriber count, your monetization status, or your CPM. If someone watches your video and clicks that link and signs up, you get paid, period. YouTube has nothing to do with that transaction. It's between you and the company whose product you recommended, and that's a relationship YouTube can't touch. And here's something that most people don't know about. The best affiliate programs have cookie windows, which means if someone clicks your link today but doesn't sign up until 2 weeks later, you still get the commission. Some programs give you 30-day cookies, some give you 60 or 90, and Amazon Associates gives you a 24-hour window, but across their entire product catalog. So if someone clicks your link for a $20 book and then throws a $500 monitor in their cart during that same session, you earn a commission on all of it from one link in one video description. Let me put some real numbers on this so you can see why I keep coming back to it. A personal finance channel doing 50,000 views a month on AdSense might bring in $300 to $600 from ads, depending on the CPM. That same channel recommending a budgeting app that pays $10 per sign-up only needs 50 people a month to click and convert to match that AdSense revenue. And that's 50 people out of 50,000 viewers, a 0.1% conversion rate. Most decent affiliate offers convert way higher than that. So you could realistically be pulling in $1,500 to $3,000 a month in affiliate revenue from the same traffic. And none of it depends on whether YouTube feels like paying you today. And this works no matter what niche you're in. If you've got an audience that watches your videos, those people are already spending money on products related to your topic. You just need to be the one recommending those products and collecting the commission for it. And you can start doing that from your very first upload. There's also something about affiliate marketing on YouTube that most people don't tap into or even realize. When you're consistently driving signups through your affiliate links, the companies behind those products can see your numbers. You can easily reach out to these companies, explain that your channel audience is interested in their product or service, share your affiliate sales numbers, and negotiate sponsorship deals. In some cases, those companies or their competitors will reach out to you directly and offer you a sponsorship deal, which can pay significantly more than the affiliate commission ever did. I've seen creators go from earning $15 per sign-up on an affiliate link to getting a flat $2,000 to $5,000 sponsorship payment for a single video mention, just because the company saw how many conversions they were driving and wanted to lock them in. So affiliate marketing isn't just an income stream on its own. It's also a track record that proves to brands that your audience actually buys things. And that's the kind of proof that turns a $500 a month affiliate relationship into a $3,000 a month sponsorship deal. You're not going to get that from AdSense. YouTube doesn't share your conversion data with anybody. But when a company can see in their own dashboard that your channel sent them 200 paying customers last month, that conversation starts itself. YouTube is going to keep demonetizing channels as AI improves, and they're going niche by niche. If your whole income depends on AdSense, you're building on ground that YouTube can pull out from under you at any point. But if every video you post has an affiliate link earning you money on its own, AdSense just becomes a bonus on top of what you're already making. If your channel got demonetized tomorrow, would you still have money coming in? Tell me in the comments. I want to know where you're at with this. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because I'm going to keep breaking down how to build a real business on YouTube, not just a channel that falls apart the second YouTube changes the rules.